Can anyone say that they are not witnessing? Can we say that we are not the final witness from our experience? Even if we conceptualize, even if we go to our mind, imagination about things, who is witnessing all of that? Our own existence, who witnesses that? So it is so simple, it is already known. Yeah. So this whole game has been about trying to make something phenomenal from this no thing, non-phenomenal. How to get attached to the non-phenomenal? Who would get attached to the non-phenomenal? For this game of attachment and detachment to happen, there needs to be first this game of phenomena. And now what you're discovering about yourself, what you're finding about yourself, is that in reality, you are not phenomenal. This is the discovery of the self, not as a thing, as this non-thing. Can the mind help with this? No. The mind cannot conceptualize, visualize, or even reason non-phenomenally. Can you conceptualize or visualize something which is not phenomena? No. Even then you will try to create some space. It is not even space. It is not even a void. This is what you are. And in this discovery, why does it seem destructive? It seems destructive only because we have these attachments to phenomena. So all the false that has been attached to is being let go of. Now, does this mean that fundamentally something changes? Is it? Someone was saying, I don't know whether it was Shiv or somebody else, he was saying that why does awareness need to come to this recognition? Awareness doesn't. It has always been the unmoving, unchanging. It is not affected by this play in any way. Is it? Not affected by this play in any way. Your true self. Is it? That's why in A Course in Miracles it is said, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. So, either laughingly or with tears or in a very sober way, one way or another, our attachments are being squeezed out of us. Because this is what our urge is. Free and attached doesn't go together. You can either be free or be attached. You see? So, these final attachments, these ideas of, even the ideas of finality actually, anything that we feel that we know conceptually is a false attachment. Can we deal with absolutes like this sometimes? They say everything that we feel that we know conceptually, intellectually, is just a condition. It is an attachment. So can we be empty of these? Is it okay not to know what is happening to me? If you didn't know at all whether you are bound or free, what you are looking for, what you want, what your state is, if you dropped all of this knowing, would you stop being the awareness? Would your existence cease? The mind uses this trick. This is the fear of death. That if I stop knowing, then who is to run this life? And even worse, will I cease to exist? Because it feels like I'm falling into a dark pit of nothingness. The visuals it can give you sometimes. You see? It is not like that. This nothingness cannot rise or fall. It has no attributes. It is just the simple knowingness itself, the witnessing itself. This you are. This cannot be changed. That which you are is what you are. But what you pretend to be, what you want to play as, starting with the play of consciousness itself, is completely up to you as consciousness. So is it important that you get your freedom now? From one perspective we say like that, but from another perspective, not at all. It doesn't matter actually. Because that which you truly are can never be bound. And that which is choosing to play is God himself or herself. And God will play as long as God wants to play. And as part of the play, sometimes it inserts these characters sitting on chairs telling you, you are not this, you are not this. All part of the same play. So one day consciousness will say, yes, I'm done with this stuff, and all of these thoughts, they don't apply to me. They are not about me. You look at yourself, your body, your identity, and say, what is all this about? Whose hands are these? Whose hands are these? Whose thoughts are these? What is my connection with any of this? That witness which sees these hands, which sees these thoughts, which sees the sensations, which sees even the sense of existence. What is the connection with it and these thoughts? So when we start to find ourselves in this way, and this is so freeing. How would you like to be unhurtable? You see? We are attracted to these ideas of invincibility. But you are that. How can you hurt time and space? How will you hurt time and space? Can you hurt gravity? electricity, light. So if the children of consciousness itself cannot be heard, these fundamental toys, then that which is the origin point of all of this, how can that be heard? And we are not speaking of some fantasy land. This is what you are right now. This is what you are right now. So what if I was to stop buying your presumption about yourself? Buying your presumptions about yourself? And we meet truly as we are. Because without a conclusion, without a presumption, without our favorite ideas, the pretense drops. And this oneness that we are trying to get outwardly is seen to be the unchanging, unmoving non-separation.
No.
And all of you that are here with some openness. Openness means what? Openness only means just having a window open that what is being shared here could actually be true. Don't have to accept every word, but just accept the possibility that what is being shared here could be true. Why? Because once you accept the possibility, then you're open to checking. If you're not at all open to the possibility that the sun could come from the east, you see, and you're so convinced that it comes from the west, then you will not check. So if you're open to the possibility, it makes us open to checking. What am I truly? Stay with this checking. What is it that you're finding? And if I was to give you tips as a joke, of course, because if I was to give you tips, I'd say, don't be so quick to revert back to the habit. Stay with what you find when you check. We're too quick to say, but. What happens outside satsang? Nothing happens. You are still awareness. Why do I get caught? You don't. You are still awareness. Why don't I feel like awareness? Because it is not a feeling. But this mind just doesn't stop. It doesn't have to. There cannot be a but after I. Can we become that clear? Consciousness itself, you see? But in consciousness, recognizing its source, what it is actually made up of, it will find itself to be unconcerned with this entire play. Here, there is no distinction between the play of consciousness and that which witnesses this play of consciousness. Whatever is the drama, it is witnessed, isn't it? Whatever be the drama of our life, right now it is being witnessed. So we can step back and look whether that witnessing, whether that awareness is really participating in the drama in any way. Now we can check this. Okay? The drama will try to pull you in, pull your attention in. You see? But being in satsang so long, we must be able to now see that this awareness remains untouched. That is why it is unthreatened. What will resist? Our interest in trying to get something personal out of this will resist. Our interest in some idea of freedom, what it must be, might resist this simple looking. But it is this resistance which will start to seem absurd after some time. Because what is the invitation for? The invitation is just to see who witnesses all of this. Who is that one?